Okay.
Dallas Buyers Club. So this is a movie that I had heard a lot about. 6 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Came out November 22nd of 2013. Directed by Jean-Marc Vallée and written by Craig Borton and starring Matthew McConaughey as Ron Woodruff, who is a guy who, after finding out that he is HIV positive and given 30 days to live, he decides to take matters in his own hands by tracking down alternative treatments from all over the world, meaning both legal and illegal drugs. And he teams up with Rayon, who's played by Jared Leto, and establishes a hugely successful buyers club that unites a band of outcasts in a struggle for dignity and acceptance that inspires in ways no one could have imagined. And it's also starring Jennifer Garner as Eve. So, this movie was actually really good. I like this movie. I think acting-wise, again, across the board, pretty top-notch. The real standout for me was Jared Leto. And I was curious how well he was going to, because I didn't know too much about this movie, but I was curious how well he was going to incorporate himself in this movie. Acting wise, how much of a standout he would be, because I heard a lot about McConaughey, and of course he lost a lot of weight to play this role too, which just shows commitment. But Jared just kind of outshined him a little bit. Still the spotlight quite often for me. So this movie has a lot going for it. Like I said, acting wise, it's got a lot of character build up, which is great. It's always nice to see fully fleshed out characters and to see their arcs come around and done in a very good way. It was very interesting as far as everything that was happening with the medication and how long or how the hospitals were providing medication that was actually hurting the patients that they were giving it to and stuff like that, and to just see the entire story of it play out worked really well for me. But I do have a gripe, which is actually Jared Leto's character, because when he starts becoming involved, he gets so involved in the story, and then there's a moment where within his character arc that it kind of concludes off screen, so you don't really get to see it play out. I don't think that was right. I think you should have seen it, given how important the character was to the story thus far. So that did weigh the movie down a little bit for me. Also, it was a bit of a slow start to it. They were trying to have everything set up to get to the point where the Dallas Buyers Club actually starts happening, which doesn't actually start until a good portion into the movie, probably about almost an hour into the movie, or at least it felt like it was about an hour into the movie. I do feel like that was probably a little too long. It could have slimmed it down just a little bit and made it play out a little better than what it did. But there is a lot going for this movie. I did enjoy this movie for what it was. I didn't love the movie, but I did enjoy it for what it was. I think, it definitely had a few moments that brought it down a little bit for me, but overall it was a really good movie. And giving it a rating 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, really solid acting all around. I was hoping to see more from Jennifer Garner's character Eve. I was hoping Jared Leto's character Rayon had a more conclusive arc for us, since we're following along. And I think the beginning of it could have been shortened down a little bit. and a little bit tighter on the writing there to help it flow better, because there's definitely moments in the beginning, mostly in the beginning, a little bit in the middle, but mostly in the beginning, where it just kind of dragged on a little bit. So, but anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would. But anyway, that's what I thought about it. But what did you guys think about it? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed this vid. Click that like button, share, subscribe to my channel, and watch my other vids. I do appreciate it. And until next time, alright.